You don't feel like yourself anymore. You show up, you carry the load, you check every box, but inside, something feels missing, like you are missing. If you thought, I don't even recognize myself, hear me clearly. You're not broken, you're buried. Buried under roles, buried under needs, buried under be strong, buried under be quiet, or even buried under just be fine. Well, today, by God's grace, we're going to unbury who He made you to be for your sake and for your marriage. Why does this matter? This happens to a lot of faithful people, leaders, servants, spouses, professionals, parents, you name them, especially in marriage and ministry. We shape ourselves around what others need. We become the version of us that keeps things running. But we stop hearing, here's the kicker, but we stop hearing our own voice. And that silence can feel like emptiness. But here's the truth. You are not too far gone. You are covered, not canceled. Psalm 139 says it like this. It says, and I love this verse, you are fearfully, think about this now, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And that hasn't changed. Fearfully and wonderfully made. And that hasn't changed. And so as we journey throughout this video today, I want to share 4 things for you to consider as we go through this video. And so the first thing is this. You didn't disappear. You adapted. You did what you had to do. You filled the gaps. You carried the weight. You adapted to survive. Those parts of you, the joy, the voice, the dreams, they didn't die. They got pushed underground. And so here's a little 30-second pause. I like to use that expression PTP, or that acronym PTP, and I call it practice the pause. And I invite you to do a 30-second pause. And I'd like for you to, if you'll do this, if you'll put your hand on your heart right now. Take a moment, put your hand on your heart and say these words. Say, Father, thank you that I am still here. Come on, say it one more time. Father, I thank you that I'm still here. Breathe in. Hold it. Now breathe out. Now that's step 1. Acknowledge. Can you acknowledge this, that you're still here? Amazing. Now breathe in one more time and breathe out. Acknowledge this. Come on, say, I am still here. The second thing I would like for you to consider in this video right now is that roles create stability and can blur identity. Hear this. Roles are good. Roles such as provider, peacemaker, organizer, fixer, father, mother, whatever that role is, they hold things together. But when role is greater than identity, we lose clarity. Ask yourself this question. When did I start living as the role instead of living as the person God designed? Another way of asking, when did I start living as the role instead of living as the person God created me to be? I love this verse, Ephesians chapter 2, verse number 10. It says, you are God's workmanship, created for good works. Another version says it like this. We are co-laborers, co-workers together with God, created in Christ Jesus to do good works. But here's the thing. But the works, they do not replace who you are. Here's another moment to practice the pause. About another 45 seconds to do this. Finish this sentence out loud. I would like for you to finish this sentence out loud. Take a moment, will you? Say these words. I'm grateful I can be a, whatever your role is. I'm grateful that I can be a professional. I'm grateful that I can be a mother. I'm grateful that I can be a peacemaker. Whatever that role is, fill in the blank. I'm grateful I can be a provider, but I'm also a child of God with a real voice and real needs. As a child of God, you do really and truly, you have a real voice and real needs, although at times you can feel so deeply that you're buried. The third thing I would like for you to consider in this video: healing is a return, not a reinvention. You don't need to become someone new. Now stay with me. You don't need to become someone new. You need to remember what's already true. Let's dive into that. Healing is not about a brand new you. Healing is about a return to God's design for you. Love this verse. Romans 12, verse number 2. Come on, Bible scholars, readers out there. Romans 12, verse number 2. It says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Note that word, renewing of your mind. We renew what was there from the start. Wow. When you hear the word restoration, where God restores. Matter of fact, it restores things better than it was before. So thinking about that, renewing of the mind, where God renews what was there from the start. Here's a practical step. I would like for you to take out a card or get a piece of paper or something to write with. And I invite you in this moment to write 3 truths God says about you. Now here are 3 examples, or 4 examples. I am loved. Do you believe that? I am seen. The Bible talks about how God's eyes are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. I am heard. When the righteous cry out, the Bible speaks of how God hears the cry of the righteous. 3 truths about you. I am called. You have those 3 truths written down? Just write, just only 3 truths God says about you. What I would like for you to do, invite you to do, keep that card, keep that note where you pray. You might want to put it in your wallet, in your purse, or somewhere close by, or even in your phone. And when you do so, let truth speak louder than the noise. I'll say that one more time. In those moments, let truth speak louder than the noise. Here's a 4th thing I'd like for you to consider and think about in this video and beyond. And that is reconnecting with yourself. It isn't selfish. Reconnecting with yourself is not selfish. This is where many couples get stuck. And the thinking is like this. You think, if I take time to reconnect with me, I'm being selfish. Sometimes that's the mindset. If I take time to reconnect with me, I'm being selfish. No, reconnection makes you more present. Reconnection makes you more honest and even more loving. Ecclesiastes 4:12 reminds us of this. A 3-fold cord is not easily broken, or a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. So here's how the alignment, here's how it works together, the 3-fold cord, where God is at the center, where you are whole, your spouse is whole, and the 3 of you together creates an unbreakable bond. I mean, an unbreakable bond with God at the center And two people who are sold out, who are committed to the relationship, submitted under God and recognizing God as the source. And that threefold cord is not easily broken. So here's something as a couple that you can practice. Here's another one of those pauses. PTP. Can you say that out loud? PTP. I like to practice the pause for about 60 seconds. Now, if your spouse is with you now, you can do this exercise right now. It only takes about 60 seconds. And I would like for you to face each other. Now, if your spouse is not here, you have to come back to this section of the video, invite your spouse to come along and join you with this moment. And I believe it is a powerful moment. It is a life changer. It can be a relationship changer. It can just shift the path, the trajectory that you're on in your marital relationship. And so as you face each other, say these words. Say it to your spouse. When you include your true self, our marriage gets better. Did you hear that? Is that making sense? Say it one more time. Talk to your spouse with care, with the urgings of your heart and desire for better. Say these words once again. When you include your true self, honey, our marriage gets better. Baby, when you include your true self, our marriage gets better. And then ask this question. Ask this question. Here it is. Here it goes. What's one small way we can make space for each other's voice this week? I like to repeat it one more time. Ask this question. Honey, what is one small way we can make space for each other's voice this week? And pause. Give yourself an opportunity to think about it. What's really most important to you, what would really mean a great deal to you as you're having this conversation. One small way to make space, so you can make space for each other's voice this week. If this spoke to you, if you know you're buried and you're ready to come back, I'd be honored to help. I offer a clarity call, a focus one-on-one session with me. We'll identify what got buried, where trust and identity slipped, and the next steps to move your marriage from conflict to clarity. So bring your story, bring your questions. You do not have to dig alone. Click the link below to book your clarity call now. Spots are limited each week. And remember this, you're not broken, you're buried. And with God's help, we can unbury the truth. More faith-based marriage keys are on the way. So subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and remember this, your marriage was made for clarity of identity, and your marriage was made to be lived on purpose. I'm Darren Waters. Hey, I am cheering you on. Come on, let's go. You can do this, and I'll see you in the next video.